It seems that our movie matchup generator might just swipe right on anything with John Hughes and mistletoe, as Christmas Vacation has been selected to tangle with Home Alone in a festive four-round fray. Who will sparkle in the tinsel tussle? Sip your eggnog and stay tuned. This is part one of our Merry Movie Showdown series. This is the Nerd Coliseum.
Welcome back, Gladiators. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Frankie. You're tuned into the Nerd Coliseum, where the best of pop culture goes head-to-head.
We've got four iconic holiday films stepping into the ring, ready to duke it out for the ultimate title. But only one can slay the competition and snag the crown as the grand champion at the end of our cinematic tournament. In this episode, the festive classics Christmas Vacation and Home Alone enter the arena of the Coliseum for a showdown.
Here's a quick rundown of the rules. This face-off will be judged on 4 random categories determined by our spinning wheel of chance. Each category win snags a shiny point for the film that outcharms, outwits, or simply outlasts the other. The film with the most points after all 4 rounds advances on in the tournament. The other, well, it's out of the running.
Our film face-offs are picked by our random movie matchup generator, while our rulings stir together concrete facts and a hint of subjective flair. It's this kind of blend of randomness and reason, not solely our viewpoints, that will crown the champions.
Let's dive in. Christmas Vacation versus Home Alone. On one side of the Coliseum, with festive lights and the hearty laughs of the holiday season, we present Christmas Vacation.
Eat my rubber.
Dad, I think what you mean is burn rubber and eat my dust.
Whatever, Russ, whatever.
A comedic gem crafted by director Jeremiah S. Chetkick and written by John Hughes. We are welcomed into the Griswold family's abode, a haven where holiday dreams teeter on the brink of merry madness. Clark Griswold, brought to life by Chevy Chase, embarks on a festive quest for the perfect family Christmas, armed with the over-the-top decorations and an unbreakable spirit. Beverly D'Angelo, as the ever-patient Ellen, weaves through the comedic chaos, turning their holiday home into a bustling arena of laughter and mishap.
Well, I don't know what to say, except it's Christmas and we're all in misery.
Ellen, are you smoking again?
No!
And stepping into the other snow-dusted corner of the Coliseum, we present Home Alone, directed by Chris Columbus. This beloved holiday classic invites us into the world of the McCallister family, particularly the resourceful and mischievous Kevin, who is inadvertently left behind to fend for himself over Christmas.
Guys, I'm eating junk and watching rubbish. You better come out and stop me.
Macaulay Culkin delivers an iconic performance as Kevin, a boy navigating the thrill of independence and the antics of thwarting 2 bumbling burglars.
Marv,
Harry?
why the hell did you take your shoes off?
Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
Every booby trap is a crescendo of cheer and a testament to childlike ingenuity, crafting Home Alone into a delightfully true celebration of wit and will in the face of holiday hijinks.
All right, so Kristen, we've got Home Alone, we've got Christmas Vacation, going into the Coliseum. Do you have any favorites? Who do you think is going to win this thing?
Well, I'm definitely leaning more towards Home Alone. I guess it's just one of those, like, when you think about Christmas, you think about Home Alone. You think about Kevin causing all kinds of mayhem. You think about the cartoonish burglars getting whacked in the head with a paint can and electrocuted and caught on fire. And, I mean, what else could you want from Christmas?
You could have the nasty RV in the driveway. You could have the moose with all the eggnog. And you could get Chevy Chase. I'm just kidding. No, I don't disagree with you. Home Alone is definitely a holiday classic. Not going to lie, though, it's Christmas Vacation for me the whole way. Just so you guys know, we didn't choose these movies. Like we said earlier in the intro, these movies were randomly generated by our movie matchup generator. So, you know what? It's John Hughes. It's Christmas. Let's see what happens.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, it's time to gather around. Everyone, it's the moment where we reveal the Frosty 4 factors that will determine our holiday film winner.
And there we have it. A single spin lays out our battleground. Round 1, originality. Round 2, best winter attire. Round 3, character development. And round 4, iconic holiday quotes.
So, without further ado, let's dive into the fray with our first festive face-off, originality. Christmas Vacation comes from the pages of John Hughes' story Christmas 59, published in the December 1980 issue of National Lampoon magazine, and is the third installment in the National Lampoon's Vacation film series. But this time, the Griswolds don't hit the holiday road. While the Vacation series had us riding shotgun on cross-country capers in the past, Christmas Vacation keeps it close to home as the Griswolds are now the merry host with the most chaos, welcoming a sleigh full of relatives right to their decked-out doorstep. But the holiday hijinks are as wild as ever, with a tree that's too big, lights that won't light, and a turkey that's, let's just say, less than perfect. Now, the idea of a holiday family frenzy isn't fresh out of the oven, but sprinkle in the Griswolds' signature disasters, and you've got a recipe for laughs that'll stick to your ribs and your funny bone. So, from Hughes' mind to our screen, this festive fiasco is a holly jolly mess mirroring our own seasonal shenanigans. Because if there's one thing Christmas Vacation gets right, it's that the most wonderful time of year can sometimes be the wildest.
Cue the jingle bells and slapstick laughs because Home Alone is the accidental brainchild of John Hughes. Yep, the same guy who wrote Christmas Vacation along with many other classics. Hughes got the idea for Home Alone after a hectic pre-vacation runaround. He wondered briefly in the rush what would happen if one of his children was accidentally left behind. Enter Kevin McCallister, the hero of our story, forgotten in the family's vacation rush.
We made it. Can you believe it? Hope we didn't forget anything.
Mixing a cocktail of family comedy, a kid's wildest no-parents dream, and a dash of cartoonish crook-catching chaos, well, it's every kid's secret fantasy, right? No rules, no bedtime, and all the ice cream you can eat. Until the, what if I'm alone forever fear kicks in. Kevin's antics from tarantulas to booby traps flipped the home invasion script on its head and served up a holiday romp that's equal parts heart, smarts, and flying paint cans.
Heads up! Ah! Don't worry, Marv, I'll get him for you.
Independence goes a long way, and the bad guys never stand a chance. Welcome to Home Alone, where it's fun to outwit the adults and save the day, all while learning that maybe, just maybe, family is the best Christmas gift of all.
Okay, it's time to deck the halls with the point of originality.
And seizing the star atop the tree of originality, it's Home Alone.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
In the showdown of originality, Home Alone crafts a kid-centric comic caper that turned a what-if into a classic. It's a fresh spin on Yuletide cheer, making a mini hero out of Macaulay Culkin's Kevin McCallister.
While Christmas Vacation brought the family festivities to the home front, Home Alone went a leap further and delivered a whole new holiday package, wrapping up wit, whimsy, and a dash of daring in one unique and unforgettable tale.
So, while Griswold's holiday mishaps in Christmas Vacation gives us all the feels of festive follies, it's Kevin's cunning that captures the crown for creativity. This brings us to round 2, Best Winter Attire.
All right, fashionistas, let's strut into the wardrobe of Christmas Vacation. First up, the man of the hour, Clark Griswold. Clark's outfits are a holly jolly mix of what happens when dad style crashes headfirst into Christmas fever. We're talking about a Santa Claus suit that twinkles brighter than his house, and who can glide past Cousin Eddie's, let's call it, unique sense of fashion? The man's leisure suit is stuff of legends, and the cherry on top? His bathrobe and hat ensemble, complete with that festive proclamation.
Shitter was full!
Every stitch in this movie screams Christmas. We've got an explosion of red and green, an avalanche of ugly sweaters. So, if your holiday wardrobe needs a laugh, take a page from the Griswold fashion playbook.
Grab your knit cats and puffy jackets, folks, because we're diving into the wardrobe wonderland of Home Alone. Front and center, we have the kid of the house, Kevin McCallister, sporting that legendary red sweater and jacket combo that just screams the 90s. It's a look that practically defined Home Alone kid couture. Kevin's gear is not just about style, it's survival wear for the ultimate winter showdown. And let's not skate past our favorite bumbling burglars, the Wet Bandits. Marv with his signature knit cap looking like he's ready to rob Santa's workshop. And Harry with his dark coat planning to slide down chimneys to steal the silverware. And the McCallister family, well, a brief yet brilliant display of upper crust winter fashion. Those coats and accessories practically sprinting through the airport with a side of holiday panic, well, it's a whirlwind of winter fashion that says, we might forget our kid, but we will never forget our sense of fashion.
The moment has come to crown the king of Christmas chic. Who's got the flair to win best holiday attire?
Well, strutting into the lead with the most style under the mistletoe, it's Christmas Vacation.
Bingo.
Oh, it's a wardrobe win for the Griswolds. From Clark's Santa suit to Eddie's unforgettable bathrobe ensemble, this movie wraps up the holiday spirit in every outfit.
All right, we've hit the midpoint. 2 rounds completed and 2 remaining. It's edge-of-your-seat excitement with a tie in the contest.
And it's time for a quick intermission. Get ready because we've planned an incredible interlude for you, the audience.
Prepare yourselves for an exhilarating segment of 3 Truths and a Lie.
3 Truths and a Lie is a classic party game where a player tells 4 statements, 3 of which are true and 1 that is a lie. The objective is for the other players to guess which statement is false. We're going to serve up 4 film facts, but remember, one's a cinematic fib.
If you tuned in last time, you'll remember Frankie was in the hot seat, but now it's my turn, so be sure to play along at home.
Here we go. I have not shared any of these statements with Kristen before. Statement number 1. Despite the movie being set in the wintertime, Christmas Vacation was actually filmed in the spring and summer.
Okay, so I think that one's possibly true, because I know a lot of movies like to film in the summer and the springtime, which I imagine would be really terrible if you're filming a winter movie, because you have to wear jackets and pretend that it's cold while it's probably like in the 90s. I know. I
Hopefully
remember
they filmed up somewhere north. If this one is true, then hopefully they filmed somewhere up north.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So statement number 2. The tarantula that crawls on Marv's face in Home Alone was real, and actor Daniel Stern agreed to do just 1 take.
I feel like I've heard this before, but I don't remember if it's that he only agreed to do it in 1 take, or if he like made them digitize or do like a fake robotic spider or something.
Was there good CGI of spiders in 89?
I really don't remember.
All
So
right, actually,
that one's a maybe.
excuse
That one's
me.
a maybe.
Home Alone was 90.
90. Yeah.
My bad. Christmas Vacation was 89. See, I know some stuff. I know some. All right. Here we go. Statement number 3. The cat food jello mold that Aunt Bethany brings to the Griswolds' Christmas dinner actually had a real layer of cat food on top.
Ew. I hope that one's not real. That sounds just. It would probably smell really gross, especially with long filming scenes. Like, ugh. I hope that one's not true.
Yeah. That's coming from 2 cat owners, folks. All right. So last statement, statement number 4. Home Alone was originally conceived as a horror film with the premise of a young boy terrorizing burglars who broke into their house. All right. Audience, if you paid attention to the earlier part of the show, there's a hint there that would maybe give you a little hint of whether this one's true or not. But, we'll leave that up to you. But Kristen, were you paying attention?
Oh boy. I'm kind of in between the third one and the fourth one right now. I'm
All right, so third one being the cat food jello mold.
Yeah.
Fourth one being Home Alone was originally going to be a horror film.
Yeah, I don't know if John Hughes would ever even consider doing a horror movie. He's very well known for doing a lot of like feel-good comedies.
I mean, 16 Candles was pretty scary.
I mean, Home Alone, this kid is setting guys on fire and electrocuting them, and it's wild. I mean, the burglars, they are burglars, so they kind of deserve it. But so I think I'm going to go with number 4, that Home Alone was not ever meant to be a horror movie, that it was always intended to be a lighthearted comedy.
All right. Did you guys get that same answer at home? Because she's right. So Home Alone was never originally conceived to be a horror film. It was always going to be a family comedy centered around Christmas. However, I think it would make a really great horror film.
I would like to see Blumhouse.
Yeah, Blumhouse.
Blumhouse,
Yeah.
yeah, pick up like a Home Alone, but
To
turn
do,
it into
like,
like
yeah.
a crazy horror movie. That'd be great. So, all right, viewers, how did you do? Did you get it correct like me? Well, let us know if you spotted that cinematic fib in the comments. Now, it's time to plunge into the internal spectacle of round 3, character development.
Let's dive into the holiday hoopla with Christmas Vacation and the character arc of the one and only Clark Griswold. This guy's on a mission to host the ultimate family Christmas. Picture him as the house on your street that's ablaze with holiday lights. Brilliant, a little over the top, and just a snowball's throw away from blowing a fuse. Clark's story? It's like sledding downhill with no brakes. A whirlwind of high hopes, hilarious hiccups, and heartwarming attentions that, well, don't always stick the landing. He's all about the Christmas bonus, and even though he ends up with a ball-snapping snafu on his hands, it's clear that his heart's in the right place. And his family? They're like the timeless ornaments on the Griswold family tree. Each one unique, not really changing, but totally essential to the holiday vibe. We've got Aunt Bethany, who's delightfully discombobulated.
Aunt Bethany, why don't you go with Francis and Catherine into the living room and say hello to everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Just in the living room.
I should say it.
You should say it.
Hello, everybody.
Uncle Lewis sparking up more than just the family fireplace.
So what's the matter with you?
Look what you've done to my tree!
And let's not forget Cousin Eddie, stealing the show without even trying.
You serious, Clark?
So here's to Clark Griswold, our beacon of holiday spirit, reminding us that the best Christmas memories often come from the plans that go hilariously off track.
Let's swing into the story of Home Alone and spotlight our young protagonist, Kevin McCallister. Starting off as the overlooked and a bit spoiled youngest sibling, Kevin is no stranger to mischief and mayhem.
I don't want to see you again for the rest of the night.
I didn't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life, and I didn't want to see anybody else either.
I hope you don't mean that. You'd feel pretty sad if you woke up tomorrow morning and you didn't have a family.
No, I wouldn't.
But with the family jetting off and leaving him behind, we watch Kevin's transformation begin to unfold. Kevin's adventure is more than just an epic tale of booby traps and bandit beating. It's his fast track to independence and his newfound appreciation to his family. From braving the grocery aisles to outwitting Harry and Marv, he's proving that size doesn't measure smarts. By the time Christmas rolls around, Kevin has gone from feelings of frustration and disappointment to his family to wanting nothing more than to be with them for Christmas. So there it is. Amidst Kevin's showdown with the wet bandits, we find the real message tucked just under the mistletoe. Family is what makes Christmas special after all.
So, who gets the prize for character development category, you ask? Well, folks, that honor goes to none other than Home Alone.
Hello.
Home Alone really serves up a hearty helping of character development.
While Christmas Vacation has us in stitches with its slapstick holiday hubbubaloo, Home Alone takes us on a personal journey with young Kevin.
Kevin goes from zero to hero in his own little world, turning the tables on those not-so-bright bandits and learning a thing or two about independence and family appreciation.
And even though the Griswolds give us that family chaos we all love, the focus is more on the comedy of errors than anyone's character growth.
When it comes to personal journeys, Kevin's adventurous romp through childhood trials and triumphs moves him right into the top spot, scoring Home Alone a solid 2 against Christmas Vacation's 1. So, what's next? Can the Griswolds tie it up?
Oh, the suspense is as thick as eggnog. But the holiday spirit is full of surprises. Let's roll into the final showdown and see what festive fate has in store. The final category is iconic holiday quotes. Christmas Vacation is a cultural staple. This movie isn't just a holiday classic, it's a goldmine of one-liners that have weaved their way into the very threads of our festive tapestries. It's packed with those zingers that capture the Griswolds family festive misadventures in all their glory. Who can forget Clark Griswold's wild-eye rants?
Like Frank Shirley, my boss, right here tonight. I want him brought from his happy holiday slumber over there on Melody Lane with all the other rich people, and I want him brought right here with a big ribbon on his head. And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is. Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
They're the kind that make you think, this guy is every dad trying to make Christmas perfect and failing spectacularly. And let's not forget about Cousin Eddie. The man's a walking, talking Christmas miracle of comedy. His lines are like unwrapping a surprise gift you didn't even know you needed.
It's a one-year membership in the Jelly of the Month Club.
Oh, God.
Clark, it's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
These lines have been etched into the Holiday Quotes Hall of Fame. Cheers to you, Griswolds, for giving us the lines that have become as part of our holiday traditions as the Christmas tree itself.
Home Alone is not just a holiday staple, but a goldmine of quotable moments that have wiggled their way into our daily chats. Consider our rascal hero Kevin, who hasn't seized the chance to channel their inner misfit with the infamous line, "Keep the change, you filthy animal." It's the ultimate zinger for those moments that call for just a dash of sass with a side of nostalgia. And Kevin's ear-piercing shout, it's not merely a scream, it's a pop culture phenomenon. The go-to mimicry for a surprise that's bound to get a chuckle every single time. Yet, amidst the pranks and pratfalls, there are gems of genuine emotion, like Kevin's determined vow.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
They pack a punch of pint-sized valor and spirit. And let's not overlook the bandits. Marv's gleeful moment.
Harry, it's our calling card. All the great ones leave their mark. We're the wet bandits.
You're sick. You know that? You're really sick.
It captures the comical hubris that makes us root for their foiled schemes just slightly. From snappy comebacks to screams that speak louder than words, Home Alone has woven its lines into the very fabric of our holiday traditions.
Now has come the time where we must award the final point to this matchup. Will Christmas Vacation tie the game, or will Home Alone take the win? Let's find out.
And the winner of the category of iconic quotes is just going to have to wait.
That's right, audience. Before we reveal the victor, we're going to challenge you with a movie trivia quickfire.
That's right, gladiators. It's your turn to shine. You can fly solo, team up with a buddy, or hey, why not make a new friend by inviting that person next to you to join in? It's the perfect icebreaker.
This round of trivia is zeroing in on the two holiday classics, Christmas Vacation and Home Alone. Think you got what it takes to be the trivia champ of these festive favorites?
Well, you have 4 questions to prove it. Let's kick things off. First question, true or false? In Christmas Vacation, the Griswolds family car is the same model as the Wagon Queen family truckster from the original Vacation movie.
The answer is false. While both cars are station wagons, Christmas Vacation showcases a Ford Taurus wagon instead of the famous Wagon Queen family truckster from the original.
Second question. What is the name of the fictional gangster movie that Kevin watches in Home Alone?
That would be none other than Angels with Filthy Souls. Quite the choice for a cozy night in, even if it's just a movie within a movie make-believe.
Third question. In Christmas Vacation, what item is Clark Griswold desperately trying to receive from his boss?
The cause of much of Clark's holiday stress. That elusive year-end bonus check.
Final question. What is the name of the neighbor that Kevin is initially afraid of but later befriends in Home Alone?
If you said Old Man Marley, you'd be right on the money.
There you have it, folks. Did you get a perfect score? Or did these trivia tidbits have you stumped? Hit us up on those socials with your scores.
All right, folks, back to the game at hand. We've sledded through some of the most iconic quotes from two holiday classics, and it's time to dish out the point for the most memorable lines. Without further delay, the winner of the iconic quotes category is Christmas Vacation.
It was a tough call, but when it comes to those quotes that stick with us long after the Christmas leftovers are gone, we've got to give it up for Christmas Vacation. The sheer number of lines that have become part of our holiday tradition is staggering.
That can only mean one thing. It's all tied up, folks. 2-2, it's come down to the wire in this holiday showdown between Christmas Vacation and Home Alone. But we have to have a winner. Therefore, we need to break this tie.
And what will serve as our tiebreaker? None other than the warm approval of fans from across the globe through the scores they've lovingly bestowed upon those holiday favorites.
That's right, we're turning to Rotten Tomatoes audience score and the star IMDb ratings.
Steering by these stars and scores, we'll find our way to our final decision. It's a close one, but Christmas Vacation is twinkling bright with an audience score on Rotten Tomatoes of 86%.
And Home Alone isn't too far behind with a sturdy score of 80%.
IMDb shows the Griswolds with a cozy 7.5 stars out of 10.
And the McCallisters just a snowball's throw away at 7.7. But it's the Rotten Tomatoes audience score that's going to tip the sleigh here. Holidays are for the people, after all.
And with those glowing hearts guiding us, after 5 hard rounds, Christmas Vacation slays to victory.
Eat my road, red liver lips!
A rousing round of applause for our festive titans of tinsel and laughter. Christmas Vacation and Home Alone have decked the halls of our hearts with their unforgettable antics.
But alas, it's Home Alone that has to hang up its mistletoe this time. But it exits with all the honor of true holiday heroes. Stay tuned, because the Jingle Bell battle is going to rage on.
Up next, it's a clash of Christmas titans. Elf versus How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh, it's going to be a holly jolly rumble. And only one can jingle all the way to face Christmas Vacation in the epic finale.
So don't change your dial. Make sure you're subscribed and ring that notification bell. Our festive face-offs are just heating up.
Find us in your favorite podcast app, catch the action on YouTube, and let our voices be the soundtrack of your holiday prep.
And spread the cheer. Share, like, and shout out about the Nerd Coliseum on all of your socials. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Well, we are where all the festive fun is.
And do you have a dream duel that you're just dying to hear? Star Wars versus Star Trek? Mario versus Sonic? Shoot us an email at thenerdcoliseum@gmail.com. Spell it out like the ancient arena, COLOSSEUM.
I'm your holiday host, Kristen.
And I'm your festive co-host, Frankie.
Until next time,
Keep those spirits bright and game on.
cheers and cheery.